this here's a little bit of one on sugar or fake sugar, and the reason I brought it up is there's times that I've eaten stuff and you get like this little feeling here in the back of your throat or even here in your mouth. You're like, what is that? Sometimes it's almost like a gag feeling. Maybe not like you'll throw up, but sometimes you feel like you're gonna throw up, or it's just like a little gaggy feeling. And I believe my father used to get that too, but who's to know? Taking us 50 years to hear about this stuff. A friend not too long ago on Facebook commented how a lot of times sugars can do that to this person, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably done it to many others. I know there's time it's done it to me. Sometimes it's those little, not peppery, but powdery sugar candies. And now I'm finding more and more food that I've noticed, like, what was causing that? There's times that I relate it back to the sugars, or maybe the fake sugars, or the more processed sugars. And it is a lot of times I've noticed from the cheaper candies, or even some of the food that has those syrupy sugars and the fake additives. And it's like, wow, I get that feeling in my throat, and it's weird because sometimes it doesn't go away right away. And if you've eaten that stuff a couple times in a row, there's more food for you to avoid, maybe, if you have this issue. I know there is for me now. When I was eating those little, I call it fake candies, but those little powdered sugar candies, and they're between sugar with powdered sugar on them. They're like, wow, why am I getting this feeling? And once I heard that, I've tracked it back to sometimes that's what it is. So it's something else for you to be aware of and find out if you're getting those feelings. Track back to see what might be causing it. Let me know in the comments so I can be more aware of it. And it's more things that you might want to avoid once you find out what's causing it. So, alright. Thanks. Hope you liked the video. Give me a like. Please give me a like. Please give me a share. Please give me a subscribe. Pass it on to a friend or somebody you know that might be interested in it. If not my video, then send them the information if it seems irrelevant to them, because it's just these little things. It's not a life hack, but sometimes it is. These little tricks that people learn of, maybe I should just avoid those little crappy candies, or maybe I should avoid those good tasting candies, or maybe there's too much fake stuff in that food that's bothering me. And sometimes the more we cut back on fake stuff, the harder it is to eat it when we go back to it. And I'm not even going to bring up about cereals, how they start tasting sugary once you get older and you avoid them. And, I rarely eat cereal now, especially the sugary ones. When you're a kid, you love it. And then the stuff start just tasting too sweet. There's a lot of cakes out there. People eat those cakes with the same effect. It's so sugary, and some of those sugars aren't even the real sugars because they're beet sugar or spin-offs of other sugars and spin-off of liquid sugars. And sometimes they're so processed it's just sugar because our brain thinks it's sugar. Our mind thinks it's sugar. Who knows how much real sugar it is? And it's the point is, if it's bothering you, then maybe you should avoid it. And if it's not bothering anybody, then hey, they're not going to stop making it. People aren't going to stop eating it. So I'm not even telling you to do that. But if it bothers you and you're getting that gaggy feeling, and you're like, why am I getting this? So moving on. Best of luck to you. I guess it's always better to lower your sugar habits for us across the board, for those of us who have overindulged in sugar and fake sugars, and who knows what the heck we're eating. So, best to you.